Alright, what's going on today, YouTube? Welcome back to your favorite cyclist YouTube channel. This week, we're talking about a gravel tire from Kenda. But before we get into today's video, if you are new to my channel, make sure you head down below, hit that subscribe button for me. If you already are subscribed, make sure you hit that bell icon right next to that. That way you get notified every time I upload. That way you don't miss any of this awesome cycling content on this channel. So like I said, today we're talking about another gravel tire from Kenda. And this time we're talking about the Kenda Flintridge Pro. So the Flintridge Pros we had installed on the gravel bike for about a month and a half, giving them a shot. We had these installed. These are in a 650B by 45C. So it is a 650B. They do offer these in a 700C if you're looking to get a 700 as well. However, I run a 650B on my bike. So, the Flintridge Pro, what's the deal with the Flintridge Pro? So let's go ahead, we'll do what we've been doing with all the tires here. We'll go on to Kenda's website and we'll see what they say about it, and I'll tell you more about what I feel about their description. So they label this tire as swift on hard and dry. The Flintridge gravel bike tire shifts from the fast rolling center, to the grippy transition and shoulder knobs for controlling loose rocks and even mud. The GCT casing does double duty, reinforcing the sidewalls of the tire with a woven shield to prevent slashes and abrasions. Okay, I would say it's pretty decent to what it kind of said there. So for those of you who don't know what the GCT casing is, that's Kenda's gravel casing technology. Essentially what it does is gives you all around puncture protection, gives you it's 50% lighter than traditional puncture protection breakers, and tubeless ready to go for all around cross country and gravel riding. Pretty basic gravel casing technology versus like a downhill casing, gravity, whatever. They're a little bit different with the gravity casing. So let me tell you my experience with these guys. So we came to test the Flintridge tires, which are what's installed on these wheels right here. We came to test these after running the Illuvium Pros. The Illuvium Pros are a very fast rolling tire. I've noticed that quite a bit. They're fast rolling in all kinds of conditions. We put the Flintridges onto the original wheels that my Poseidon Redwood came with, and nothing stood out. You rode the bike and there was nothing crazy about the new tires. They just kind of felt like they're tires. That's about it. And if you've ever swapped tires and you tried a new tire, you kind of are used to that feeling of putting a new tire on and go, wow, this tire's so great. This tire rides so awesome. This tire does this so well. This tire is so great. I should have swapped a long time ago. This tire didn't have that. It was just there. It didn't suck. It wasn't like great that I wanted to tell everybody about it. But there was nothing there that was just like, wow, this is an amazing tire. Everybody should be running this tire. And that took me a little bit to find out where this tire actually shines at. So I tried taking this on kind of the same stuff that I took the Illuvium Pros on. It was just, kind of a mix of road, mix of gravel, and a mix of single track, kind of right in all the conditions you would take your gravel bike in. And where I found this tire does the best is in chunky gravel. Really loose, chunky gravel. It's where this tire shines the most. It's not the fastest on pavement. It's not the fastest on hard packed gravel. But when you hit that loose stuff, that a normal tire which wouldn't have the grip to get through and it would just kind of spin or slip out and not give you the traction you need, that's where this tire actually shines in. So pretty much this tire is your choice of tire if you're riding in those rough, loose, rocky, muddy conditions where you need that extra grip. That's where this tire is really gonna shine. Now for me, that's not what I experience most of the time here in Nevada. A lot of the gravel I ride here in Nevada is not really that. It's not really rocky, it's not really loose. You get a little bit of sand, but really flotation is more important in the sand, so it's not really the grip that makes a difference there. I'm not riding a bunch of chunky gravel really is what I'm not doing that. So it took me a little bit to find what this tire was good at and find a spot on the trail really where you could test this tire and see the grip it offers. And this tire, as I rode it, it reminded me more and more of riding a mountain bike tire. And honestly, if you really look at this tire, it's very similar to a lot of the original tires that come on kind of your entry-level mountain bikes, where it's made to do everything. You have a very fast rolling center right here, and then a lot of grip on the sides for when you're in the corners, or if you air down a little bit, all that grip is on the ground and contacting all the time, giving you a bunch of that extra grip. And that's where this tire really shines, is in that really loose stuff. I've heard a lot of people ride this at Unbound Gravel down in Kansas. Very rough, very rocky course. Makes a lot of sense why they would run this style of tire. And with that gravel casing technology, having that full protection all the way around against slashes and everything like that, a lot of times those rocky situations, you're having kind of sharp rocks. You're hitting those rocks, and obviously it's not the biggest tire in the world, so it's possible a rock comes to the side, and that casing technology would save you in that kind of situation. So it's really great for those. Kind of conditions. If you're looking for just a fast rolling all around tire, not really your choice here. If you're riding loose gravel, single track, stuff where you want grip and that's what you're aimed for, great tire to choose for you. And that's kind of held up by their diagram on the back of the tire. I've shown this on all of Kenda's tires. They have this here and it shows you what the tire excels in the most. And the one that they put on here the most is loose dirt and sand. Like I said, loose conditions is where this tire shines. Next up is going to be loose over hard. Again, still highlighting that loose gravel feel is where this tire is good, where it gets the grip to it. Then you have hard pack after that. Now it does okay on hard pack gravel. It does decent. It's not the greatest tire out there, but it does decent on the hard pack stuff. And then following that is going to be grass and muddy conditions. Obviously it's made to work as a cyclocross tire too, so kind of needs to work in those style conditions as well. But really, like I said, the Flintridge here is made for those loose conditions. If you're riding in loose stuff, big loose stuff is where it's going to notice the most change and the biggest improvement with the Flintridge tire. So for me, I've been running these as tubeless. Of course, if you're on a gravel bike, just run tubeless. It makes a big difference. You can drop the pressure down. These tires on these specific wheels do measure out to about 50 millimeters, so they are a little bit wider than they claim on here. I think they claim these are 45s. These are 45 millimeter wide tires is what they claim. With these specific wheels that came on the Redwood, they measure out to about 50 millimeters. So they're actually a decently wide tire. And I like that. You can run these things down between like 35 and 40 PSI. And they do a great job of absorbing the road feel and the gravel feel and kind of getting rid of that vibration that comes into your hands while still having great traction. Like I said, once that tire is aired down, you have all this grip on the ground keeping you there, making sure the bike doesn't slide out, making sure you can put down the power you need to. They work really good. They work really good for that. And that's the reason why these tires are still on these wheels. These are still a tire I would use. It's just, again, not something I see every day on my normal riding. My everyday normal riding is relatively packed gravel. I don't really ride on loose gravel very much, or single track trails. I don't really do that much. But in those situations where I am going to be riding a loose course or a loose gravel path or a loose whatever it could be, these tires are a great option to choose, much better than a lot of other options out there. So if that is your type of riding, these are the tires for you. So big thank you to Kenda for sending me out these tires so I can test them out, show you guys more about their tires, all their different tire options, show you that they have some great options out there for pretty much every type of cyclist out there, whether you're riding loose gravel, hard pack gravel, mountain bikes, road bikes, whatever you're riding. It's great to be able to show you guys a lot of options out there. If you guys want to check out the Flintridge Pro tire for yourselves, I'm going to have a link in the description down below. Check them out, give Kenda some love. If you guys enjoyed the video, or at least found it somewhat entertaining, give this video a big thumbs up, appreciate the support. Any comments or questions, let me know down in the comment section below. Love talking to you guys, love answering questions you guys have, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching today.